I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. I need time and space to work on myself, and I can't give you what you need. Famous last words from the avoidant as they ditched you. They kicked you to the curb. They told you that they weren't ready for this. But then they go and immediately jump into a new relationship. And not only that, but they commit to the new person. What gives? It's like a gut punch, like nothing else. You're wondering what was wrong with you. Why were you not worth committing to and staying with? But this new person is. What do they have that you don't? It's never a reflection of you. Avoidance fear emotional intimacy. It fires up their entire limbic system. They fear it, and it comes from the subconscious. It is a paralyzing fear, and that goes back to childhood when the avoidant was emotionally neglected. So they learn to associate emotional closeness with abandonment because the people that you're supposed to rely on for your emotional needs are ultimately going to disappoint you, reject you, and abandon you. You were emotionally available for the avoidant. You were emotionally present with them. You gave them love, probably unconditional love, support, emotional availability. You gave your time, your effort, and your commitment. However, that's what scared them. That's exactly what scared them because that emotional intimacy was growing and that triggered their fears of abandonment, rejection, and engulfment. Engulfment is the fear of losing themselves in a relationship to somebody who's going to abandon them. So the avoidant feels that you're too good for them. They're not worthy of you, and it's just a matter of time that you figure that out. So it's safer to protect themselves and run for the hills. So then how can they go and commit to a new person? Well, they can do so if the new person is either emotionally unavailable or toxic. That's because a toxic partner and an emotionally unavailable partner will make the avoidant feel safe. This person is not emotionally vulnerable or emotionally available for them, so the avoidant feels no pressure to be emotionally available or vulnerable in return. The relationship feels easy. It feels safe. There's no pressure. The avoidant doesn't have to open up to this person, and it feels safe. Sure, in the long run, it'll be unfulfilling, and those relationships generally don't last, but they can last a while. But then when the avoidant leaves that relationship due to it being unfulfilling and them wanting a deeper connection, when they actually find that deeper connection, they run from it because it scares them. It's a toxic cycle of failed relationships that the avoidant keeps perpetuating. And it's because of their own fears, their own unhealed attachment wounds, and their own emotional unavailability. However, it is not a reflection of you. Avoidants don't necessarily fear commitment. They fear commitment with a partner that is loving and emotionally available. They don't fear commitment with a partner that is toxic or emotionally unavailable. So if they ran from you and gave you all the vague excuses, understand that you were something special, which is exactly what triggered their fears. And this person is not so special. This person is likely toxic. And that toxicity actually makes the avoidant feel safe, whereas your emotional availability made them feel unsafe. Because with you, there was an unspoken pressure for the avoidant to be available and vulnerable in return for you, since you were available and vulnerable for them. That pressure makes them feel scared, it makes them feel unsafe, and they can discard and run for the hills. But that's not a reflection of you, and it's certainly nothing you did wrong. So don't blame yourself and don't feel like it's a bruise to your ego, because in reality, it's a reflection of the unhealed attachment wounds and the fears, as well as the character of the avoidant that discarded you.